the Special Representative of the Secretary General for Disaster Risk Reduction, Madam Chair, Excellencies, distinguished delegates, we very much appreciate your kindness in extending Fiji the invitation and privilege to be part of this important global event. Fiji is a small island developing state located within the cyclone belt of the Southern Hemisphere and the Pacific Ring of Fire. We have had our own fair shares of cyclones, flash floodings, drought, and rising sea levels. We wish to thank the UNSDR for their assistance in realizing the National Hyogo Framework of Action Progress Review, which was completed in November 2010. And happy to say, Madam Chair, that Fiji has made significant progress in the implementation of the Hyogo Framework for Action, which for the Pacific region has been adopted as the Pacific Regional Framework for Action. Fiji is placing increasing emphasis on integrating disaster risk management into our national policies and sectoral development planning through the budget formulation and funding. The support of our traditional donors and members of the Pacific Disaster Risk Management Network has been a great help in advancing the national DRM priorities. We wish to acknowledge here that the technical assistance also being rendered by these agencies had elevated our capacity and capability to properly and effectively manage the dissemination of information on disaster risk awareness programs and the mainstreaming of DRM Fiji-wide. The joint support of other NGOs, partners, local and overseas, are overwhelming. At this platform, we have had the opportunity to learn from you and to share with you our experiences and efforts to integrate climate change adaptation and disaster risk management, plus strengthening watershed management applied in one of our larger urban areas prone to flood risks. Lastly, Madam Chair, traditional knowledge and wisdom is very much relevant today as it were 100 years ago. The Fiji Disaster Food Security Program is based on traditional practices, crops that are disaster resilient, able to withstand extreme weather conditions are included in every flood rehabilitation program. Using traditional housing materials as temporary shelters during recovery phase are more convenient in our situation compared to other borrowed methods applied. With local communal support, these are erected with materials readily available at very minimal cost. The review on the Hyogo Framework of Action, Madam Chair, confirmed the need for DRR and climate change adaptation to be integrated and clearly articulated in national policy and legislation. Fiji aims to establish a national platform for DRM. And finally, Madam Chair, let me again echo our sentiments and sincere appreciation and gratitude to you and fellow partners and supporters of this disaster risk management and climate change for making our participation here a reality. With best wishes, and thank you very much.